healthy vegan and author. Okay, so we have a bit of a protest going on here in New Zealand to do with a proposed building of a rather large chicken farm in a rather beautiful area of our North Island. One of our biggest chicken meat brands, Tegel, is wanting to build the largest broiler chicken factory ever seen in New Zealand. So it would house 32 large free-range sheds, which would house up to 1.3 million chickens. Free range, my ass. Free range in a shed until they get so big they can't walk anymore. But that's not what I'm here about. So I'm here to ask you a question, right? These sheds, so let me just continue. These sheds, which apparently will be the size of football fields, and remember there's going to be 32 of them, these are going to be built. And although it's a rural setting, they're going to be close to two small schools and only a short walk from the local marae. And for my international viewers, a marae is a very special space for the Māori. It is where they hold meetings and ceremonies and funerals. It provides eating and sleeping, religious, educational facilities, all that, right? It's a real little community, and people come and go from them. They are a very important part of the Māori culture, and all New Zealanders understand this, especially those who have experienced the sacred space. Okay, so the chicken farm is proposing to be self-sufficient. They've already, I believe that they have already bought farmland, and so they are, have applied to the council for resource consent. Now, the resource consent states droppings and dead birds removed from sheds will be burned in purpose-built boilers on site, up to 40 tonnes per day. Litter will be stored in 3 manure bays before burning. You with me so far? Okay. Then it goes on to say the company must use technology to help minimize the smell, including the heat from the boilers being used to reduce the moisture content of droppings. Now, my understanding is that this technology has actually not even been proven to really work, and only minimizes, but it sure doesn't eliminate the odor that's going to be caused by this. Okay, so those who live within a certain radius are incredibly concerned with both the smell and the toxic dust from the burning of these dead birds and the litter. Not only that, but there's also concern that the buildings are going to be in a flood zone. Plus, there's a huge possibility that Tegel will also add later down the track a hatchery and a slaughterhouse. Okay? Now, personally, I'm all in favour of the protest. Hell, I'd be up there marching myself if I was anywhere near the area. But I'd be marching for totally different reasons, from a vegan point of view, from the animal rights, personal health, because I don't believe the research has shown, independent research has shown that chicken is not a healthy food. So I would be marching on those things, and probably most of my viewers here would also be saying, yeah, no, we can't build this. Okay, but my question is, because the locals, this is to do with the locals in this area, how many of the protesters are still buying chicken from the supermarket, regardless of the brand? All right? Putting the chicken breasts, the chicken wings, chicken medallions, drumsticks, the whole chickens into their shopping trolleys, right? Or buying chicken meals from fast food outlets whenever they go to town. So, do you think that it's a little bit hypocritical to try and stop the factory being built when chicken is such an everyday item on their menu? Tegel it's a business after all, and it is only supplying what is demanded. So if people don't want any of these types of factory farms near them, they should stop eating chicken. The same goes with pork or anything else, but definitely this. The demand will go down if there's no need, if there's no need for these mega farms, reduce the demand and you won't have the need for the mega farms. So that's my question. What do you think? Do you think that that these protesters still have a right, that they don't want to have the chicken, growing within their area? It's like, go grow somewhere else, we'll still eat it. It's a little bit like that. Wasn't there a kiddies story about the little red hen who made the bread, and she went to all her friends and said, will you come and help me make the bread? And they said no, that they were busy, that they wouldn't help her. And then when she finally made the bread, they all rocked up and said, well, we'll eat the bread. Kind of the same principle, do you think? Anyway, that's it for today. My little rant is over. Remember, have great food, make it plant-based, and be compassionate to all animals, including humans. Bye for now.